Okay. I realise this camera is a bit close, but it's the best I can do. Let's try and rotate it a bit. I've got it on a tripod because it seems to be loose or wobbly. Yeah, it is. It is. I thought so. Just screw that in there, nice and tight. Okay, now it's a bit... Okay. Yeah. Just want to say how grateful I am for YouTube. It gives me a chance to talk, you know. Andy said it's a release. I suppose it could be, you know, a release. Yeah, it definitely is, yeah. But I'm grateful because it gives me the chance to talk. Oh, you know, I mean, nobody fucking listen to what I say, you know what I mean? Nobody listen to what I say, you know. It gives me the chance to really get some really good dialogue out. Just, I mean, you know what I mean? Actually, the Samaritans, they're good. They're good for, like, understanding. I can just talk, you know, and they're understanding what I'm saying, you know. She said, you know, it was interesting, you know. Yeah. Yeah, gratitude. I'm trying to hold space for the gratitude that I feel. Such a good thing, such a good positive thing to have YouTube. I mean, I can just sit on here and I can talk for like 40 minutes. You know, just talk. Oh, and it's like someone's listening. You know? Yeah, I suppose I've said it. So, I thought I'd need to explain it, you know, explain into it, but I don't really feel it's there to, like, go into, you know. It's like having a best friend, really. You know, I can say whatever I want, you know. Just, whoops, I've changed the volume there. I can just talk for like 40 minutes. I mean, I do not get the opportunity to do that unless I'm making a YouTube video. I do not get the opportunity to do that. Talk for 40 minutes. You know what I mean? That's what I like. That's what I had when I was in the Cavell Centre. You know, people would talk, you know, and with the exception of like the odd open question here and there, you know, just to get them to go deeper, you know, they'd just talk and talk and talk, you know. I mean, it wasn't narcissistic because it wasn't like, I didn't feel anything negative from the words that were coming at me, you know what I mean? There wasn't like, oh, fuck's sake, you know, oh God, do I have to listen to this? You know, it wasn't like that, you know what I mean? It was them being passionate about whatever they're passionate about, you know, listening to their passions. I mean, I don't want to repeat any conversations that I had in there or what they were about. You know, I think the important thing is that I got the opportunity to talk as well. You know, to begin with, I used to just write things down. I write these beautiful things down, pages of it, you know. And then Joanna would come over and she'd say, "Can I read this?" I'd say, "Yeah." And she'd read it, and yeah. I want to be grateful for Joanna. I'm really grateful for Joanna. You know. Really beautiful soul. Really beautiful soul. I'm just holding space for her right now. Let's take a few breaths. And it kind of hurt. It kind of hurt because I wanted to... I just... I guess now I've been through it, I can feel... I guess the emotions are going to come out now I've been through it. I've not been myself for like 3 weeks. You know, I'm to blame. Well, that was the torture that I like went through, was like that I was to blame, but I'm not to blame. You know, when I was talking to Ellie, the nurse who was with her said, you know, it was stress. It was because of the stress I was under. You know, problem is, it caused more stress, a lot more. You know. It's just a painful experience the last 3 weeks. Painful experience. You know. I guess really it's just happiness. Happiness that it's over. You know, I could get back to being myself. I'll be even more myself than I was back then. Oh yeah. I'm thinking about a girl I flirted with. Oh yeah, I'm really flirty. Really flirty. Um, I guess like, that is so freaking positive. You know, I wouldn't say I have any regrets, which is weird because shit happens, you know. Shit just happens. I'm of the generation who... I remember a big difference between my mum and myself. She felt that life wasn't fair, you know, but I feel... I mean, this could just be the difference between two people, but she feels that life isn't fair, but I've always felt that life is fair. I mean, I got so stressed out because nobody was there for me, you know. That's how it felt anyway. Felt like no one was there for me. And I had like problems, and I got so stressed out that I jumped out my window and broke my leg, and like I still feel that life is fair, you know. I mean, that's one way to not have any regrets, isn't it? I don't know. I think it's relevant that this girl Angie, yeah, that I used to know, I used to hang around with this guy called George, and he had a sister called Angie. She said, have no regrets, for you cannot change the past, you know. And I was like, okay, you know. But I don't. Regrets is just something that's going to blow your brain up, innit? That's all regrets is. You know. I guess I'm lucky. My depression could have been worse if I'd have been like going on about the past and saying, oh, I suffered for like all this length of time, you know, and if I'd have just done this or if I'd have just done that. I mean, yeah, I've thought to myself, you know, if I'd have lived differently, I could be a completely different person now, you know, but I had no one to teach me to change anything, you know, I had no one to teach me that. I need another vape. Oh, already. I've only just had one. Oh, craving the beers, man. Craving the beers. I've been craving for 3 weeks. I had a slight reprieve, a slight lifting of that craving. But I've just been craving for 3 weeks. Alcohol and cigarettes, you know. Weird. I just want to let all my emotions out again. I want to heal. I find it very healing. Oh God, I remember walking through Queensgate feeling like a total skank. Total skank. You know. Yeah, what I wanted to talk about was, let me just hold space for it. Something like, just be quiet. Just give myself time, you know. It's there, but it's not, if you know what I mean. I'm pressuring myself. Maybe I should just give myself time for it to come back. I can't remember. It's funny because it was there and then it was gone. I could feel it. Oh, but it's gone. Anyway, so what do I talk about? Well, I've been talking for 15 minutes. Yeah, how... Yeah, this is difficult because I've been through abuse. And because of that abuse, it's funny because of what Till Swan was saying. Because the abuse that I've been through, all the attacks, when I get triggered, it brings me back to the attacks. And I know that it made me feel that everybody's transphobic. Everybody's a transphobic monster. That's how I feel. You know, it's something that I'm releasing. I've got to release all the abuse that was done to me, you know. It's such a wound there, you know. I could, this sounds really negative, but I feel it's the only way I can explain it. That if I hadn't been attacked, you know, time and time and time and time again, I mean, it's literally my fear of being attacked that is causing me to get triggered. I'm like, when somebody says something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get attacked, you know? Because I've been attacked so many times. But that's not what I wanted to say. So, I was in prison and I got attacked loads of times. And it's left me with a wound. You know, and if I'd not been attacked that way, I wouldn't feel people are out to get me. You know what I mean? Because of the way I live my life. I wouldn't feel that way. You know? I wouldn't feel that way at all. And it's not like, ooh, I'm empowered. You know, I can work through that abuse and change it. It's funny because they say that you can change the past in the present. You can rewrite the past in the present by staying present. There is something I'd like to try. This is a Melanie Beckler thing. It's about, she says, if I center myself, right, calm my mind and go into my heart, quiet the mind, the ego mind, that's where all the power comes from. It's like you tap into the power of the universe, the healing energy. It's a meditation. It's just quietening the mind. I don't know how much you're supposed to quieten the mind. to be honest, you know. I don't really know. It doesn't matter. On this planet, things you don't understand don't matter. Things you don't get. Where I was from, to not very good at pronouncing it, I'm sorry. Where I was from, if you wanted to know something, you could totally know it. I suppose it's because it's for two reasons, but obviously I can't hold space for two things at the same time. We didn't have that war mentality. I mean, Amanda Flaker goes on about the war mentality. People always at war versus the paradigm of abundance. What's she called? The lack matrix, she calls it. The lack matrix. I see a lot of people in the lack matrix, actually. I do. I'm not enough. There's not enough. I'm getting off point here. Let me just try and reel it back. Yeah, where I'm from, there's no war, you know. There isn't that survival need, you know. Everybody just does what they want to do. You know, they want to contribute in some way, and they do that from going into their heart and whatever their passion is. You know, it's really a smorgasbord, really, of like imagination and creativity and authenticity. You know, everybody's just free to contribute in whatever way is their will, is their wish, their want to like do, you know. Everybody does that. I was an engineer. I just contributed in the way that I wanted to, you know, and I was good at what I did. Oh, well, I blew myself up, but somebody else would have carried on the work I was doing. What I don't know, actually. Yeah, someone else would have carried on the work I was doing. Yeah, I was in a plane and the engine just caught fire and I was gone. The heat from that fire. Just baked. I don't know, I mean, I saw there was somebody I loved on the ground watching us fly past and overhead. Obviously overhead, but like, you know, not past as in like past that way, but past as in like sort of at this sort of angle up here. Yeah, right overhead. And all I saw was the black smoke coming out of two of the planes. You know. That was all I saw. I didn't see my own death. I couldn't have been dead at that point. I think it would have been too traumatic to see my own death, you know. I didn't see the plane like fall out of the sky or explode. Well, it wouldn't have exploded because it had no fuel on board. It was fusion powered. Yeah. So it wouldn't have exploded. It might have just like hit the ground, you know, just kind of. I don't even know. I didn't see it, so I don't know. I don't want to know. Obviously, it wasn't. It wasn't shown to me because it would have freaked me out, you know. Yeah. I guess that danger is authentic to me. You know, I like danger, and I can't help that. I just like to live a dangerous life, pretty much. I don't know. I never really saw it that way before, you know. Yeah. That's a problem with working alone, you know. I guess being alone is the reason I've been alone for 7 years is because in my past life coming back on me, you know. Didn't collaborate. As much as I should have done, you know. Someone else would have spotted, you know, would have said, you know, this isn't safe, you know. I don't know. I suppose that I say I've got no regrets, but that feels of regret, you know. It just feels of regret, and I don't want to regret anything. Oh, so I died, you know. Big deal. I died. Whoops. Yeah. I died, and no, I'm not going there. I'm died, and now I'm here. You know. On a planet. I chose to come here. Chose to come here. I mean, my childhood was really dope as fuck. I mean, that's probably what drew me here. You know. So I've had 20 bad years. It's all coming back to me now. My awareness. With awareness comes happiness. Yeah. I think I put too much foundation on the other day. I knew when I was putting it on, I knew I was putting on more than, because I tried it before, and I put too much on and it was just caked on, you know. And as I was dumping it on, I was thinking, no, that's the same amount as is too much, you know. I was just dumping it, because I was in, I'd learned that the point is to get it on as quick as possible. You know, it's not the brushing in that takes time, it's the dabbing it on, you know. Dabbing it on. That's what I did. I sort of went around here first, putting dabs, and I put sort of dabs here, 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 2 on my nose. I was just dabbing it really quick, you know, to get it on as fast as I can before it sets. I mean, I know, it's silly. It's not going to set so quick that I can't, like, get it on. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's not. Like it's possible to fuck up your foundation that way, you know. I'm not fucking Superwoman, Supergirl. I'm not Supergirl. You know, I just put it on as flawed as I am. Actually, I've got a really stiff brush, and I don't know where I got it from. I think my mama got me it. I keep turning the volume down. My mama got me it. I think. No, or did I get the foundation brush from the Body Shop in Addenbrooke's Hospital? Did I get it from there? Oh dear. I'm asking myself, right, am I going to get torn? Because I don't care, but I'm just pondering it because, like, when I was at university, yeah, I got torn probably. I remember 3 big rips that I had. Probably 4. I think that there was a 4th that I don't remember. And a 5th as well. You know, that's a lot of rips. You know, that's something that never happened to me before. You know. So I'm thinking when I go Cambridge today, am I going to get ripped? It just seems like the kind of place where it happens. Yeah, it just is what it is. Like, it's weird because, like, I figure it's about a life. I don't know, I was just walking around. I walked down the village and that was a good vibe, and then I walked down some more, down the bottom, towards Ferry Meadows. And I thought, this is a good vibe, you know, I should choose this. It's in alignment with me doing my A-level and going to uni. And I was saying I should choose this. Because, like, I want to be happy in my life. And I know choose is like a funny word because I prefer things to sort of just fall into place, you know. But I felt I needed to be conscious of, well, I could feel the energy. I could feel the energy of the place, and it was a really pleasant vibe. You know, a really pleasant vibe. Yeah. So I'm kind of erring towards doing that. I mean, it's only natural that when I start doing my A-level and heading in that direction, that let me see. I ask myself, you know, am I doing the right thing? Because I have to commit. I have to commit to a course and just call it a course, you know, slum it down, call it a course, you know, it's all it is. Because like when I went to Reading, there was so much work involved that I had to work pretty much around the clock every day of the week. It was that much work involved, and it wasn't as dope as like I would like. It wasn't. I'd say maybe it was, but I'm not naive, you know. I know that that degree is like hinky, is like fucked because there's no social life. I need something with a social life. It's basically, it gave me a warning, yeah, doing that. It gave me a warning. I walk around and I feel the good vibes, but like, you know, I've had a warning as well, you know, and like I say, I've got to commit. I've got to commit to a course. And it'd probably just be a 3-year one. You know, I used to, oh God, I used to want to fucking do a 4-year in chemistry. Like, you can always do a PhD anyway. If you want to, you can. Get out of uni, do 3 years, get out of uni, you know, work for a bit. And then if I want, go back, I mean, go back and do some more. You know, stick to a 3-year course, not too many hours. I'm not very good with change, you see. It's going to be a big change for me. It's going to be like, I mean, chemists, I suppose they're real philanthropists, basically. You know, they will sacrifice their social life for 3 to 4 years, you know. I would have thought most of them are doing 3 years, really, but there is a 4-year course that you can do. It just means another year of research. That's all it is. Just another year of research. I mean, there's loads of PhDs doing research you can do your research with. It's not like, because there's so few people doing it, there's not enough people to make up a class. That's not it. There are no classes, it's just research for the last year. You know, just doing it with the PhDs. But it just put me off, you know. Like I say, they're real philanthropists. They'll give up all their spare time to make a difference in the world, you know. I've seen it in doctors. Just want to make a difference. I mean, where would we be without doctors? You know, they do it because they want to help. But I just don't wanna. It's not authentic to me. I feel like I'm being fucking had. You know, I'm being had if I go through that shit. You know, I'm just being had. I don't know. To be honest, yeah, I don't know if I can do chemistry. I'm better at engineering. Because obviously in my past life I was an engineer, so it's like, oh my God, is it a piece of piss for me? It really fucking is. It's such a piece of piss. engineering, remodeling the petrol engine to be more powerful and more efficient is like fucking whoa. Seriously, man. You know what I mean? That was not a problem. Yeah. So I should do engineering probably. I just doubt. I just seriously doubt. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't even understand how the fuck they do it. You know what I mean? I didn't learn anything when I was there. I mean, obviously, I attended all the classes, and I did, but there was nothing of interest. The only thing that interested me was photonics. You know, probably because it interests me because it's how the fusion reactor in my past life operated, and operated how it worked. You know, they use a beam of like photons to. It'd be like a batch process, pulsing. You know, like striking a lighter again and again and again and again and again, you know. But because it's fusion, it's got enough power for that to be enough, you know. It's not like low powered because it's doing that, because it is fucking fusion, you know what I mean? It kicks off enough heat to fucking, do you know what I mean? You know, but like the spark in the lighter is a beam of photons, you know. Yeah. Anyways, this video, as long as I can make it, YouTube will not allow me to make videos longer than this at the moment. They may do, because I've made a lot of 45-minute videos. They may allow me to extend them to an hour, but I have to see. So I'll see you later.